else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Say, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less, say less.
Say
You
less.
stop the room when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less, say less, say less.
Say less. Say less.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And away we go from East Rutherford. Xavier Gibson now to return. And not a bad place for them to start. Up past the third. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, kid. Right.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, son. Hey, kid. Angel. Go.
From the 34. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the... That's complete inside the 35. And they take him down right along the 30. This play goes for 36. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set.
Off play action, it's Fields. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Don't jump. Ready? 11, 11, 11. All right.
Fields on third. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Bass's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
The Jets take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Nix from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. It's fielded at the 14. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it'll be Jets football. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Right.
They start the drive with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go. Sit high. Sit high.
Play action, Fields. He puts some power on a deep one left. And he makes the, wait, no, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Jump slant. March right. Tonight.
3rd and long for him here. Toward the sideline and cut by Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Broncos get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And this one does not go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Cake? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Nix. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Hey, but I can't. Right.
Throwing now off play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Go.
Fields out of the gun. He's going to push one deep down the right. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. For his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Press, go straight. Here we go. Set.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. And that won't be brought in, but I love the deep shot there. Some excitement. Thomas Morstead on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they limit the damage just to 3 yards on that game. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Out of the gun, it's Nix. This will be caught by Watkins. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Sending a receiver left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Trying to throw here out of the gun. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll throw again. Nix. Short pass brought in. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Nix now to throw. McLaughlin's got it. Complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Just 1 yard on the play. That leaves him with 4th and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Gibson now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Set.
A give left side for Hall. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brandon Jones up for the stop. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here we go.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Set.
From the 27. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go. We're good. You got what? You got a hey, Karen.
And they send a man in motion.
West right, sit. Delta. No mas.
Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Delta. Tonight.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Gets everything he has under this throw. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. McLaughlin there to bring it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked on by Andre Sisco. And the Jets are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back now, pressure on its way. Escape, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
Here we go.
They motion the tight end over.
Alpha, 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 alpha. Hey, Jared. Go.
Fields now, third and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So it seems like either way they were getting a fourth down here, but this way cost them some extra yardage too.
Hey, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover by forcing it down the field, but it's really hard to find a scenario where 10 yards and a loss of downs is the better outcome.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt goes 63 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. They'll get this one to Watkins. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Nix with it on first. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action with Nix. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
He's got the hook up to Watkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Motioning Watkins right. On first and 10, here's Nix. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. Nix from the gun. He put everything he had into this one. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. He's got the squiver. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
They start the half with a give to Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go.
Now Fields. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Trying to force one through there. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go, Scott. Mayday. Right.
Off play action, it's Fields. That pass complete to Claypool. It'll be touchdown short of the marker, so fourth down coming up. Looking to throw. incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Hey, check that, street.
They'll send him over right. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Set him back 5. It's first and 15 after the penalty. They bring Sutton in motion left. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Mix off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talked about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Here he is on third and long. He's trying to push the field. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. Let's see what he can do on the return. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Jets are starting deep from their own territory here. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Here we go, son.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here we go.
Offense to the line for second down.
Right.
Looking to throw Fields. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, son. Sit high.
Here's Fields to throw. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Well, you put more dime defenders on the field, and what you really see are so many more eyes. Remember, as a quarterback, you drop back, and you love to see those linebackers. You love to see base defense. But you get those DBs on the field, and it feels like everybody's looking at you. and it can lead to takeaways just like that.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning Watkins right. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This 42 yards from the right hash. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2-for-2 for this kicker.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Gibson now to return. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, 5:51. Here we go.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. Good.
Fields out of the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. He tucks it and takes off. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. So we're... First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go. Tonight.
Play action, Fields. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets making a 4-point game here in the 4th. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Nix now to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Complete. It's Ingram. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. thrown back on the handoff. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line. And it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
Second and 10 now. And that's completed right side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Handoff now out of the gun. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 9-point advantage. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Gibson now to return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Getting out to his left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Here we go.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Let's go. All right.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
You got a mini. Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
Hey, Ken. Go.
Desperation time here on 4th. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
First down, Broncos.
They give it to him again. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15.
Let's go now. Check, Bobcat. Street.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and long for him here. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Let's go.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Hey, Bronco.
They'll try and punch it in. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. He gets another shot here. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from New York.